Today I break. In this moment I break. I've cried, I've broken down, I've sobbed, I've showered, sat on the ground, and I broke some more. I've lost so much. So much. Over the past 2 or so years. And it has changed me. I think that there's a lot of things that have happened before this last 2 years that hurt or impacted, but I felt like I was still open and flowing and fluid. In a lot of ways I still am, but in a lot of other ways I'm not. Especially when it comes to people and connections and relationships. I have been changed. And the break is that I don't want to move how I'm moving. I don't want to feel scared to connect or threatened by connection or hypervigilant. I want the fluidity that it requires for me to be well, to be living outside of the conventional systems that dictate everything around us. Requires deep fluidity. And in a lot of ways I have it, in a lot of ways I don't, and the ways that I don't are really loud. I have not sat still much since I was held hostage in my home at gunpoint last year in 2024. It's only 2025. And I'm still recovering from that situation. My body is aching to rest. Aching to rest. My spirit is aching to rest. And also, I am in a journey where there's not much respite because I'm building the life that I desire brick by brick. Moment by moment, breath by breath. I have a lot of people around me that are excited and they care. And I also feel like it's so fleeting. Because to get to this moment, I've had to be willing to lose everything and have lost a lot, and everything that wasn't lost was changed. I don't really know in full how to put into words what it's like to be held in my home by a stranger with a gun who was willing to hurt me, kill me, shoot me, and would name very specifically the moments when it would happen. The moments where I stepped out of line or was pushing the line too much. And the requirement that it took to stay calm and grounded, to co-regulate both of us to be well. I ache for him. I ache for me. I had top surgery in 2023, a little over a year before the home invasion. And my body was like, be free now. You're free now. Go. Live. Be out. Live the life that you've called in. And I didn't. I went back into the obligations and the feelings and the commitments that I had made out of fear or longing before surgery, before I went through this death and this rebirth. And I pushed and I pushed and I pushed and I tried to keep the obligations that I had. And I lost it all. It is a very disorienting thing to feel deeply held and also precariously held. My foundations are changed. My family and I are not in close relationship. Our dynamic has changed since I decided to navigate transition. I think it was not as sturdy before as I thought it was. And so I'm out in the world, trusting and relying on people that I meet in real time. One of them being myself. And today I break, because even after the home invasion, after the commitment to move differently, to show up in the fullness of the life that I desire and want and see for myself, I still have found myself in situations that do not reflect that and repeat the patterns of self-abandonment. And it's heartbreaking to try as diligently as I have and still feel this way. And so today I break. I don't allow people to take things from me. My intellectual ideas, my care. To be silent in the fact that I have a very large family that I grew up in. And there has been minimal alarm or concern for my well-being. And I think that breaks me often. To be held by so many people is beautiful, and to ache for the ones that push me to stop evolving so that they can love me keeps me stuck and keeps me asking the people that I love to stop evolving so I can love them, because my foundation is gone. And I know I choose to not stay in the dynamic that requires me to abandon myself to be well, for the dynamic and collective to be well. And it's also really disorienting and challenging and lonely and hard and scary and heartbreaking to know that I have 4 living grandparents and that I can't even be around them for a long period of time because of all the hurt that we just can't acknowledge. And when we do acknowledge it, then there's the layer of everyone else that's there. We don't exist in a silo. We exist in communities and family networks. And this video is just me talking and sharing my hurts and allowing my hurt to be received and archiving my experience and acknowledging that I was changed in that house. And I'm scared. I don't even know how to function some days, and yet I'm waking up every day, creating and building, while the world is burning and people are being disappeared and I want to feel different. And this is my commitment to that. My archive of it. I don't have the answers. I don't even have all the questions. But I do know that I want to feel different. I want to feel liberated. I want the people that I love to be liberated. I want us to be connected in that liberation, especially Black people. I'm building a shuttle bus into a home. It's my vision. I'm the visionary. And I think I'm still in a habit and cycle of giving other people the power to shape my vision. But that has to go. That has to die. Because unfortunately, when I give people the power to shape my vision, they do. And I never like it because it's not mine. And I want to shape the vision with people, but I can't disappear from the process of shaping it, to surrender all power to the process of shaping the vision, because then I'm not involved. I'm just there, frustrated, angry, mad. And who does that benefit? I have to do better. I have to. I trust that I'm protected. I trust that I'm powerful. And I move like the most unprotected, disempowered person. And you know what comes true? The second one. And then occasionally we'll get glimpses of the first one. I am the visionary. It is my vision that moves the world. My world. And the people that are choosing to be in it. And if I mute my vision, everybody suffers. Everybody suffers. Today I sat in the pool and I said out loud that I think the world would be better off without me. I think that the specific people that I love and named would have less tension in their lives and be able to have access to all the resources that they need. And the drain would be plugged. And I cried, and I sobbed, and I ached, and I screamed into the water. And the narrative shifted just a little bit. That the world will be better off without this particular version of me. Because this particular version of me feels weak and disempowered and helpless and useless and like a drain. And I am none of those things. I am strong. I am power-filled. I am brilliant. I am radiant. And I fill the world with life. With every moment and every breath and in the work that I do. And it's so necessary. It's so necessary. And I also want to figure out a way to make it accessible for myself, because the reality is, working in the shadows and seeing all the voids that there are and how much death there is, and challenging people to look at how much death there is so that we can bring life, is heavy work. And if I'm not finding ways to make that joyful, I can't sustain. So, the beautiful thing about my despair is that it's true. And the beautiful thing about my light is that it shapes. And even my darkness needs a home. And the light has to see it sometimes. And I'm the light. And I see my darkness. And I hold him. And I hug. And we talk. And I let them have a moment. And I let the earth hold it. I let the elements hold it. So we can all move on and be well. There's no life facts. There's no solution here. It's just the journey. And I hope that someone heard this, hears this, whenever it's ready to be heard, and finds what they need to know that they're not alone in this particular moment, in this breath. Ashe, thank you for being here. And my name is Yadiway Caprice. And I live for the liberation of me and everything and all life around me.